Zendaya get candid about a possible superhero role for MJ as the third installment of Spider-Man sets up multiple appearances for Spidey's love interest in upcoming MCU films. Let's break it down. It goes without saying that Zendaya is basically a real-life superhero, from her triple threat star status to her fashion game and philanthropic contributions. That said, it doesn't take much convincing as to why she must be protected at all costs, which is something that even registered with Marvel producers, who reportedly toyed with the idea of making Zendaya's character MJ into her very own superhero. While chatting with Russian social media platform commonly known as OK, Zendaya was asked directly whether she had ever asked producers for a role that requires more special powers. Unfortunately, the idea that Z would get to suit up was nothing more than just that, to which she was quick to shut down.
They were trying for a while, though. Do you remember that?
Yeah, but I leave the superheroing to this one.
With that said, the end of Spider-Man No Way Home did leave the door wide open for a few potential different appearances when it comes to MJ, and if you haven't tuned in yet, there are small spoilers ahead, so please only continue watching if you feel comfortable doing so. As many fans are aware, the beginning of No Way Home revolves around Peter Parker's attempt to make the world forget who he is, and with much success at the end of the film, including the ones closest to him, MJ and Ned. The decision allowed both MJ and Ned to get into MIT after being rejected due to her connection to Spider-Man, and based on their run-in at the end of the film in the coffee shop in which MJ works, her role is far from over. With MJ's MIT acceptance, there's a chance she could make an appearance in the upcoming Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, as it was confirmed that a portion of the film takes place at MIT as part of the MCU's introduction of Riri Williams, aka Ironheart, played by Dominique Thorne. It's currently not confirmed when Black Panther 2 takes place in the MCU timeline, but there has been much speculation that it could be set after Spider-Man No Way Home, when both MJ and Riri will be MIT students. This could be the perfect way for two universes to cross paths, especially in a film that contains a predominantly black cast. Speaking of Ironheart, Zendaya's future in the MCU could also lead to an appearance in the upcoming Disney Plus series Ironheart, which tells the story of Riri, the 15-year-old super genius who followed in Tony Stark, aka Iron Man's footsteps, as she carries on his legacy by building her own suit of armor. This appearance is also still up in the air, considering it's unclear as to how much of the series will take place on the MIT campus versus in full-blown superhero mode or in Riri's hometown of Chicago. It would, however, be pretty interesting if MJ and Riri cross paths by becoming college roommates should MJ decide not to live with Ned. And as for Ned, played by Jacob Batalon, the end of No Way Home could also set him up for a much bigger character moving forward, as the actual Spider-Man comic books suggest. While Ned doesn't turn into Hobgoblin during No Way Home, the film potentially sets him up to become the next villain, as viewers may recall the conversation Ned had with the other Peter Parkers about their best friends trying to kill them in their respective universes. This is a definite possibility since the world has now been erased of all things Peter Parker, but as with many of these epic plot possibilities, we'll just have to wait and see. For more on Tom and Zendaya, click right over here for another clever news video. Then hop to the comments and let me know all your thoughts on MJ's potential roles in upcoming MCU films. As always, I'm your host, Renee Ariel. You can follow me on socials at Renee Ariel, and I'll see you next time.